sometime within that first week of September, his grandmother was attempting to report him missing. And she was ultimately declined the availability to even be able to do that because she wasn't his parents. But yet, now, you see there where the next of kin is kind of redacted there. Well, on the report prior to that, it wasn't. And it actively listed his grandparents as his next of kin and showed them as living at the same street address. So it's honestly a little BS that they weren't allowed to make a missing persons report on him. So to this day, as of when I received my last records, which was literally yesterday, he doesn't have a missing persons report. So this is a nameless profile that's available on Paula. I really can't even show a picture because, again, I'm not really sure which picture is actually hers. She was 26 years old when she went missing. She had 4 kids, if I'm recalling correctly. And her children were with their father in a different section of Oklahoma on a visit for a little over a week during the time period that she went missing. Now, according to what Donald told police, she left from her house. Okay, so this is where Paula was last seen, her house. She left out, according to Donald, saying she was going to the store. Remember, her kids are with their dad, and when they come back, their dad comes to drop them off, she's not there. They go in the house, everything's normal. The neighbors say she's off with Donald. At this point, Donald's gone too. So to clarify timeline a little bit here, she left the house October 3rd at 7 p.m. Donald calls or contacts police sometime on October 7th and lets them know that his sister Paula is missing. Not really sure why he doesn't mention anything about Tamaron or Wanda. But the police, they go back out looking him, trying to find him to discuss his sister on the 10th. And they can't find him. And he's also never seen again. So Londa is where it really gets tricky. So we're all the way into November of 1992, despite what this report says. You can read below and they'll explain. But apparently the police, for some reason, thought her and Wanda, her twin sister, were the same person, despite the fact that Wanda was constantly in trouble and Londa has no apparent record. But I guess maybe that's why they thought they were the same person, because they hardly had any interaction with Londa. But either way, the person listed here, the name's going to be kind of redacted, is her boyfriend, presumptively, because as the story goes, her boyfriend reported her missing while she was going to see a relative. What relative, I'm really not sure. But the address that she was reported missing from, that's where it gets interesting. Okay, so this is the address that Londa was reportedly last seen at. So we're just going to kind of take a trip down memory lane here about how it has changed just since 2007. So there we go. That is what the property looked like in 2007. So it's presumable that based on the neighborhood and the area, that it looked very much like this whenever Londa was last seen there. It is unclear if the location they put was her home or where she was supposed to be going, like a relative's place. But the reason it gets